Hello guys, welcome back to Sim UK. Hello guys, welcome back to Sim UK, and of course welcome back to PC Building Simulator. You guys are enjoying this series, and I've got to be honest, so am I. You have asked that I get a bit more content in, so what I'm going to try and do, and there's no guarantee I can do this every week, but what I'm going to try and do is get a couple of days worth recorded at the same time and put them all up on the same day. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if you guys still want that much content after you get it. Maybe it'll be like, oh no, not again. And then I'll have to stop, obviously. What have we got in here? I cannot even remember what job we're on. So, in transit, what's this? Upgrade CPU, run 3D mark, complete by the end of the 18th. What's this one? DVDs and stuff. Viruses. Right, that's a long email for viruses. Upgrade to 4GB of RAM and run 3D mark. Right, okay. So we're going to wait for these things to come in before we order anything. And I think we've got bills to pay tomorrow. So let's end the day today and see how we get on. That lag needs to be sorted out. I think when you hit skip day, something needs to change here. Like the screen needs to go black. Like you're going to sleep. Something needs to happen, because that's the second time I've nearly hit skip day a second time. But anyway, right, let's move on. Why have I only got 2 PCs? Did I not accept one of those jobs? Oh, bottoms. I didn't look. How frustrating. Anyway, $96 for the electricity bill. Pay. Job done. I was worried actually about how much they were going to take off me. It's not too bad. Right. So, the 19th. So we got loads of time. 18th, sorry, not 19th. 18th. And we've got another one coming in tomorrow. Okay, so if I can get rid of these two today, or at least get them sort of started. This is a virusy based one. I can't wait to get another desk in here. I do hate having to be level 3. I'd rather just buy parts as I want them, but you know, that's the way it is at the moment. Remove viruses. Right. So let's get the tools out. That one, slide that in there. Everything powers up. I do love that add-on, I've got to say. You see, if you could buy individual parts like the stools and the benches and so on and so forth as you see fit, then I could buy the bench and bring this one in here and start pulling it apart even before I've bought the PC, well, the monitor and the keyboard and the mouse and stuff. That would be better. I'd like that more, because one of the key things when you're doing PC building, repairs, installation is space. There's never enough flipping space. Virus scanner. Okay. Restart. Start scanning. Clean the files. So easy. So easy. I do think the virus scanner should take longer. When I run a virus scan, depending on the size of the hard drives, you're looking at, you know, it could be hours. Really, in all honesty. Let's just check this quick. Yep, looks like we've done that job. So we can get rid of this one. That was so easy. The stupidly long email just seemed really pointless on that one, didn't it? Is that the... yeah, $110. Cool, so that pays for the electric. We'll get rid of that. AMD Ryzen 5 quad-core 1400. New stuff. Hey there, bit of a crisis here. I'm supposed to be helping out on an article for Movie Maniacs, a series retrospective of the Sonic Monk trilogy. Oh my god. I need more alcohol for this game. This series is massive in some indie film circles in Denmark, so you can understand why I want to take the utmost care to get this right. Of course I do, yeah. The last thing I need is another mob of angry film fanatics flaming me on the message boards and leaving snarky comments on every article. As usual, I ripped my Blu-rays to my computer so I can do the more detailed analysis of the frame image, but then the hard drive they were on made this loud clunk sort of sound and I can't access any of the files. Do you know what? When I was at college, my final piece of work for the entire year, the most important, I think it made up like 50% of my mark. That happened to me. I had one hard drive, it went clunk, made a funny kind of noise, and that was it, gone. On the plus side, I took it into to my college lecturer, and it became like a class project. We stripped the hard drive down to its core components and tried to repair it. We couldn't. I lost all my work, and I had to squeeze it in. I think I had about 5 days to do it in, so it wasn't very good, but they were quite lenient with me, and I think they gave me a slightly better mark than I perhaps deserved. But anyway, yeah, an interesting time. It can happen that quickly. It's terrible, really. Anyway, clunk sound. Yes, can you do something? I need to get this article written, or all the Sonic Monk fans, and there are nearly 20 of them, are going to be very disappointed. Blake Patberg, Assistant Junior Moderator at Movie Maniacs Action. By the way, if you can get hold of a copy of the Sonic Monk trilogy, I do recommend giving it a watch. Just make sure you watch it in the original Danish with English subtitles and try not to overanalyze the giant spider subplot. Oh, and can you skip the second half of the third film because it's not technically canon? What the hell? All of that, and you just want me to replace the hard drive? I mean, come on. Yes, we'll accept that. Goodness me. Right, we're not going to order any stuff yet because I want to know what this PC needs, and then we'll do it. What is the specification for this? If I run 3D Mark, does it need to get a certain score? Is that what we're looking at here? Okay, so just better than what he's got. Alright, fine. So let's grab a USB drive, we'll slam that in there, we'll spin it round, we'll hit the power button, we'll escape, jump over, get on here. And I think what we'll do is we'll install system info, restart the PC, run system info and see what CPU he has. So he's got an Intel Core 3200 MHz LGA 1151. Okay, Intel Core, that's weird. Perhaps they don't have the license for Intel, because I don't think there is a CPU called Intel Core nothing. Is there? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I could be wrong. I don't really follow stuff as closely as I used to. But I don't think there is an Intel Core. If I went into a shop and said, can I have an Intel Core, please? They'd go, yes. Which one would you like? I think. Anyway, Intel Core 3200 MHz LG 1151. Right. Let's go see what we can find. So 1151 is the Skylake. Intel Pentium, Intel Celeron, Intel Core. That's weird. So they do have the official Intel Core naming conventions going on, but what they don't have on the piece, this might be a bug possibly. Intel Core 3200 MHz 65 watt. But it doesn't tell me which Intel Core it is. That's got to be a bug, right? I think it's meant to say there, perhaps. Alright, I think also, let's just drop that a second and install 3D Mark. That way we can find out how fast it is now and make sure that it definitely is faster afterwards. 3D Mark, run, and we'll leave that running. We'll come over here and we'll order something cool. Right, so he's running 3200 megawatts at 65 watt. So I think he's running this one, the i5 6500. Or does he have two cores? There isn't a 2-core equivalent, is there? So this would be an upgrade then, I think. The i7-6700, $350. How much is that job going to pay us? $210. Yeah. That's really not going to pay us any cash, is it? $210. So he must be running one of these. He must be running an i3-61. No, because that's the wrong wattage. He's going to have one of these. Or maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why it doesn't tell us. So the CPU score is 2857, 9.59 FPS. I'm not going to remember that. Oh, here we go. Oh, here it tells us. An Intel Core i5-6500. I think that's what I said. I thought it was, isn't it? Intel i5-6500. Yeah. So I don't actually see how I can make this profitable. I mean, this is the next logical upgrade in terms of keeping costs down. 3300 megahertz. I wonder if I could do it with one of these, because 38 megahertz, it's only 2 cores though. An i3-6100 compared to a 6500 i5. I don't know that would be faster. The Intel Core i5-6500 boasts a 3.2 GHz base frequency and 3.6 GHz turbo frequency. 3.6 GHz turbo. The processor is also built on a 14 nm process. I don't know what nm stands for. With a 65 watt maximum TDP, the chip is a quad-core design with 4 threads. Integrated into the processor is Intel HD graphics. Yeah, DirectX 12. Previous generation Intel processors such as the i7-47900 use DDR3 memory, typically running at 1600 or 2133 MHz. The Core i5 has an enhanced memory controller that supports DDR4 memory, giving you a very healthy performance boost over the DDR3. Balls. I've got an i7-4770 or something. That's annoying. I do need to upgrade my PC. She's done really well, but my god, she's struggling now. Okay, so... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I think possibly we might be able to get away with one of these. I mean, in terms of costs, we have to. So that's the 32. That's the 37. That's only $120. Let's have a look at this. The Intel Core i3-6100 boasts a 3.7 GHz base frequency and is also built on a 14 nm process with a 47 watt maximum TDP. The chip is a dual-core design with 4 threads. Integrated into the processor is Intel HD Graphics 530, which delivers mainstream level graphics with discrete level performance and has full support for DirectX 12 API. Previous generation Intel processors such as the i7 blah 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 use DDR3. So this has DDR4 as well. High performance HD graphics. I'm going to add that to the cart. And then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to check this. It'd be cool if you could compare, wouldn't it? If you could compare two things on this website. Let's just look at this again one more. I think that might be our solution right there. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that. We're going to give it a try anyway. So we can discard that. And what do you need? For upgrade to 4 GB of RAM. So you must be running 2 gig right now. So let's just grab another 2 gig. Have I got 2 gig already? Let me just go check. Can I? No, see, it's annoying that I can't access this page outside of the PC, or can I? If I press I, oh, I can. What a fool. Alright, okay, memory. I've got 2 gig. It's used, yeah, but I've got it. I've got 2 gig, so we'll not worry about that. Okay, what was the other job? So we're going to order a CPU. I think we'll make a profit on that. We've got the 2 gig RAM for that one. Replace hard disk drive, but we don't know which hard disk drive it's going to be, do we? But does it matter? That's the question. Does it matter? Let's just have a look at the cheapest. 20 quid for a 120 gig hard drive. That's a bit cheap. We're getting paid $220 for this. So we could theoretically... Well, we could get him a 4 terabyte drive and still make a healthy profit. So I'm going to add that to the cart in the attempts of making this a bit more streamlined. Yeah, and then if it's the wrong one, then we've got 4 terabyte in storage, and that's not a bad thing either. I really wish you could upgrade your own PC. That would be cool. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I'm going to leave this running, and then tomorrow we'll be able to swap it over. And that video, by the way, tomorrow's video should be up available today, so you should be able to watch that immediately after this one. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, goodbye.